Hey everyone, it's Abby, and today I want to share with you guys an easy way to wrap an oval cabochon. So a cabochon is a polished stone with a flat back, and there are no holes in it, meaning that we need to encase the stone with the wire. So today's tutorial, we'll just be using 2 base wires and 5 small weaving wires to create this simple but super cool design. I'll be using an 18 by 25 millimeter oval stone, 2 7-inch pieces of 22 gauge or 0.6 millimeter wire, and 5 3-inch pieces of 28 gauge or 0.315 millimeter wire. I am using bare copper round dead soft wire. I recommend using a pure wire like copper for this one, just because we will be using our tools in this design and you would risk scratching a silver plated or gold plated wire, especially your first time around. So give it a go in copper, and then once you feel comfortable, you can try in a plated or colored wire. For your tools, you'll need wire cutters. Flush cutters are always preferred but not necessary, chain nose pliers, and some round nose pliers. You will need a ruler or measuring tape for today's tutorial. I'll be sure to give you measurements in both inches and centimeters. We're going to start by finding the center point of our 2 base wires. And one more tool that may come in handy but is optional is a permanent marker if you do want to mark the measurements that we're going to be making along the way. So the center point is going to be 3.5 inches or 9 centimeters. Right, keeping your eye on the center point, we are going to grab one of these weaving wires and wrap it around 5 times. Compress the coils so that they're nice and neat. And then either using your thumbnail or pulling the wire just a little bit, we're just going to make a small space and we're going to secure these 2 wires on the back base wire. We're going to do so just by wrapping it around about 2 times. Right, and if you have an extra coil or 2, don't worry about it. It's not going to affect the design. So what we are doing right here is that we are securing these because round wire has a tendency to slip and slide. It's different than square wire, which thrives in these simple frames and stays put. So by securing it on this back base wire, we are helping to secure this so that it doesn't slip and slide, and we're also creating a small gap between the wires, which will help make our lives easier later on. Okay. Once you have it wrapped around about 2 times, we're going to grab our wire cutters and we are going to clip these wires off, aiming for them to be kind of in between the 2 wires, okay? This way, whenever our stone sits on top, the wire ends will be near the stone and it won't be on a part of the pendant that could potentially scratch or snag on somebody's clothes, okay? With our chain nose pliers, just give that a nice pinch. All right, you can gently press these in. And now we are going to measure a 1/2 inch starting from our weave. So we want a 1/2 inch gap in between the next weave that we're going to make. So For the metric system, 1/2 inch is going to be roughly 1.5 centimeters. It's not perfect, but it's easier than measuring 13 millimeters, I figure. All right, so you can either just keep your fingers on it or use your permanent marker to make a small mark if you feel like you're going to slip or forget. Grab one more piece of your weaving wire, and we are just going to lay it on top. And we're once again going to coil it around 5 times. All right, make sure to compress your coils, make sure everything is nice and neat and lined up. If you want to, double check to see if the space in between is about 1/2 inch. Sometimes the wire slides, you can just slide it again, okay? Once you have the wire in place, you're once again going to separate these 2 wires, and we're only going to secure this one on the back side. This will be enough to help keep this little section in place and to help create a little gap in the wire, which will make things easier later. All right, go ahead and clip off the wire. And this one also. And you can use your pliers to squeeze in if you'd like, and then give that a nice little pinch. All right, make any adjustments that you want to make. All right, we're going to repeat this process one more time on this side. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So in the end, you should have a total of 5 small weaves that are spaced 1.5 inches or 1.5 centimeters apart. All right, guys, I just started working on the other side and I wanted to pop in and see how you guys were doing. Also, just a reminder that whenever you do wrap the wire around this single base wire, just remember to do it always on the same side. That way this will be hidden on the back of the design after we encase the stone. All right, so I have one more coil to make and then I will meet you guys right there, okay? All right, so you should have your 5 coils and there should be kind of a gap in between the wires right here. So for this next step, we are going to take our pliers, and you can choose either your round nose pliers or chain nose pliers, whatever you find easier for this next step. And what we're going to do is gently insert, okay? Be careful if you're using round nose pliers, you don't want to jab yourself. And we are just going to make a space, okay? So I like to just wedge the nose in there and then I turn it sideways and we are going to open our pliers. All right, if you find that the space just isn't quite good enough, try using a toothpick, okay? That should be enough to open it up so that you can get the tips of your pliers inside. All right, we want to try for these bends to be kind of in the middle, but if they're not perfect, it's all right. You can also go in with your chain nose pliers, kind of make any adjustments if you feel like it's necessary. Great. So once you have all of the little spaces opened up, well, that one wanted to slide. If that happens to you, we will just push it right back on there. Sometimes even whenever we put that stopper wire there, it'll still want to run away. That is just how it goes with round wire a lot of the time, but we're still gonna make this design work, okay? So I'm just gonna open this up a little bit more. All right, and I'm gonna give this guy one more little pinch. So once you have all of the little wire bends opened up, I want you to notice which side has the cut wire, and that is going to be the inside of the frame, okay? Also, take a look on which one has the little coils. That is going to be the back side. So with this, with the cut ends inside, we're just going to start curving the wire up to start creating kind of an oval shaped frame. All right, once we have a general curved shape, we can grab our stone, making sure that the coils, the extra coils, are in the back. And we can use our stone to kind of help with the frame also. Okay, you may notice that cabochons are a bit slippery. So what we are going to do is we are going to try our best holding that stone, and we are going to push against the side, which will help push one of the bends firmly against the stone, and we'll kind of create like a little cradle for it. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one, and we're gonna try to do the same thing. Okay, the wire we're using should be soft enough that you can use your fingers. If you want, you can try stabilizing the stone on kind of a padded surface like this, which will help give you a bit more support, stabilization. You can also try rolling it like this to get the wire to be more firmly against the stone. Okay, once we get to the top, we want to make sure the wires on this right-hand side right here are going to be in the back, and the other wires are going to be crossing over the front. Okay, we're going to try to push these last bends against this side. Okay, I find that kind of squeezing the stone like this helps a bit. Remember to take your time with this part. This can be frustrating whenever we're first starting out wire wrapping. Okay, so making sure that your wires are neatly lined up. We are going to grab our chain nose pliers, and we are going to make a small bend on these back two wires, and this bend should line up with the middle of the stone. Okay, if it's not perfect, don't be hard on yourself, okay? No one's going to notice. And now we are going to take the two wires that are on the front, and we are going to wrap them around. Okay, whenever I do this step, I kind of find it easier to spin the pendant, okay? You may also find it easier to do one and then the other. All right, we want them to go all the way around. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and give that a little squeeze with our chain nose pliers. All Great, we want to make sure that these two wires are still neatly lined up. They're angled to the right side, and then we are going to make a cute little loop. All right, and remember at this point, if you find it difficult to manipulate both wires at the same time, you can always do it one by one, okay? Starting with the one on the inside. Okay, and then tracing it with the outside one, making sure it stays nice and lined up. All right, and you notice how I'm also spinning the pendant. I just find it easier to control and work with the wire that way. All right, so I'm going to hold that with my thumb just to make sure everything stays in place. And we're going to wrap this around. If you're finding it hard to hold on to these shorter wires, go ahead and grab your chain nose pliers and holding firmly with that thumb, one by one, bring it around. Okay. We're going to cut these wires off on this side right here. Next, we are just going to give this a little pinch to make sure this is all nice and tight and that those wire ends are not sticking out. And then go ahead and position your chain nose pliers on those two wires just above and make a small bend forward. Using your round nose pliers, put it on one of the higher settings. And also what you can do is you can use a paintbrush or a pencil or another round object for this step. I typically just kind of like to use the natural curve of the wire. All right. The wires will curve to either one side or the other. It's not important. If I need to make any adjustments, I'll go in with my round nose pliers. Okay. And then to start securing it, I'm going to gently, you don't want to squeeze too hard with your round nose pliers. Gently squeezing, I'm going to just start to guide these wires towards the back, okay? All right, I flipped the pendant over, and I'm going to stick my round nose pliers back in there, gently squeezing. I'm using the natural shape of the pliers to help maintain the circle shape and to just kind of hold that into place while I finish wrapping these around. Okay, we are also going to snip these off kind of on the side right here. Right, I like to go one by one. And now we're just going to go in with our chain nose pliers and give that a little pinch. Okay. You can open up these two little bends if you want to. Right. You can also go in and make any adjustments that you want to make with the design. Right, if you want to pull these onto the stone more. And we are done. You have just made your first cabochon pendant.